Second and 3 now. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to be brought down in enemy territory now at the 46. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a third down on this possession, or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
First and 10 now from the 46. Now run, James. So call it a half dozen on that run block. It's second down.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Allen fires out wide, complete. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So that's the end of one in this AFC divisional round contest. Both teams neck and neck so far. Back to the bank in just a moment. We're back for the second quarter. Bills in possession of the football. They're looking at yet another first and 10 on this drive. Short pass brought in. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. He was looking for Keon Coleman on that throw. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3.
Kate, I think that's a little taster, a little entree of what's to come for this wide receiver. He's going to have to make some plays into some contested coverages, and he couldn't do it right there.
To the air again, Allen. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Roberto Sanchez set to kick off.
Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. And nope, not chancing this one. Knee down for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens set it up 1st and 10.
Hey, Alpha,
Handoff now out of the gun. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Jackson. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. And they just did.
Jackson now on third. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
Okay, I think that was the type of play we expected out of this defense to start the game. Can't undo that opening drive touchdown they gave up, but that can sure help to get yourself off the field with that third down stop.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. Working from the gun, it's Allen. He puts some juice on it deep. He's got it deep downfield. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. Give him 38 on that one. And the Bills have a first down. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. First down throw for Allen. Hits his running back. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's second down.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Five wide. Round it.
Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. Touchdown, Buffalo! The Bills making a 9-point advantage. They'll try this extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bills make it a 10-point ball game. Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. And he'll decide to pass on the return here and take the touchback instead.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up first and 10. Lamar off the play fake. Headed out right. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
Jackson trying again on second down. Throwing the out route complete. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Working quickly here.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
First down, here's Lamar. Buys time, rolling right. Going back across his body here, left side. This is caught inside the 15. They get 37 on the play. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Running it now out of the gun. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. Bails out of the pocket quick. He tucks it and takes off. And he drives this forward to the 6.
This is one of those occasions that it looks so promising when you take off as a quarterback, and then you're reminded just how fast these defenses are in the NFL. Couldn't quite move the chains, but it wasn't for a lack of trying.
Bills bringing an extra DB out. Third down. Lamar now from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. close, incomplete.
That's one of those third down situations where you're asking an awful lot of your man to make a play to keep this drive going. Too much of a contested catch there, unable to bring it in.
Hey, report.
Fourth down, here's Jackson. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
And they're going to force him out. It looks like just about a step or two before he can get to that 20. Exactly 2 minutes to play in half number one. More from M&T Bank Stadium coming up. Bringing the offense up to the line. First and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Escapes the pocket. And there's that slide at the end, Brock. Good decision-making there as he picks up close to 8 on that run.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide to practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense. He had another chance to take a shot on him.
Galloping inside the 40. And he will get this inside the 30.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers, or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. Well, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time. Offense in a hurry up here.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Before we can get a snap on 2nd down, they call timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
5 wide. Middle. I need it.
Allen to throw. And this is going to be a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills will add to their lead at the end of the half. Kicking team on to try the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bills take a 3-possession lead.
Ravens 7.
Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. And it didn't look like he was seriously considering a return there, did it? So that touchback going to come out to the 35. Just 25 seconds remaining as they get all set up for first down. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. That's complete inside the 35. And he's hauled out of bounds as he takes this down to the 30. It's a massive 35-yard pickup, first down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
First and 10 after that last highlights. They're at the 30. Here's Lamar. Throw left side, complete. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. So a new set of downs. Here we go, first and 10. From the red zone on first. All in left side. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Lamar throwing again. Brings it in. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. Timeout called by the offense, and with another timeout available, they could actually get another 2 plays if they were quick. Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Now Jackson off the play action. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. Kicked off, Trey Amos. And the Bills watch as the return goes out of bounds, bringing us to the end of our first half.
Rigoberto Sanchez set to kick off.
Half the battle complete, Brock, as we resume play here. A spot in our AFC Championship on the line. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens headed up 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Yikes. As that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation. Just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Lamar. Finds him over the middle. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
On it, and he nearly picked it. Oh, couldn't hang on in the end. The offense got lucky on a risky throw there. It's 2nd down.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Almost had back-to-back interceptions. A chance for him now to clean things up here on 2nd down. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out, as that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Almost had back-to-back interceptions. A chance for him now to clean things up here on 2nd down. Jackson yet again. And hey, if you can't prevent the catch, Brock, at least prevent a gain after it, right? So they make the quick stop at the 31.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
On 1st down, Jackson. He rolls to his right. And the Bills get to him. He's brought down. And he's taken out of bounds behind the line. That's going to be a sack. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
It's pretty impressive, isn't it? They built this type of lead for themselves because that's actually, Kate, their first sack of the game. And that's why smart front offices and complete teams build a well-rounded roster. That way, if a core component like the pass rush today isn't there, well, the other areas of the team pick each other up.
From the gun, Jackson. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jacob Parrish. And the Bills will set up just a little bit shy of the 40 following the tackle.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. Right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. In this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
First down. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Buffalo.
And off from the pistol, it's James. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Playing with James. Up to the races, middle of the field. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills push their lead further to start the half.
And that right there is why you continue to feed a running back. Definitely the most we've seen him do with any touch this game, and that is exactly what the doctor ordered.
That one right down the middle. And the Bills make it a 24-point ball game. Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. And he takes it in the end zone for a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up first and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Escapes the pocket. The pickup of 17. And that's good for a Ravens first down. Offense to the line fast.
That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Play action. Here's Jackson. It's a gain of 22. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
On first and 10, it's Jackson. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
Coming to the line, this is first and 10. From the red zone now. Rolling left, buying some time. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
Those are the kind of decisions you got to make in that spot. And the smart quarterbacks, they seem to do it consistently. When you're in enemy territory, a throwaway is always better than risking a turnover.
Second down, Jackson to pass. Intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Jordan Hancock.
The chances to score have been so few and far between for your offense, Kate. You've got to come through in these opportunities, especially now in the second half. Like all game, this defense has just risen to the occasion and jumped on the chance at that interception.
First call here coming from the shotgun. This is James. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Forced out to his right. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up third down.
That may not look like much, and on tomorrow's grade sheet, it'll just be an S for satisfactory, but that's a good decision. Know where to go with the ball, and don't put it in harm's way.
Hey, 19! Hey, tight. Middle. Stop.
Allen on third down. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Give him 8 yards on the play. And the Bills have a first down.
First down, Bills.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
New set of downs for him from the 31.
Hey, tight. What's that?
They'll run here on first down. And they make the stop after giving up 6 yards. Good run on first. It's second down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Working from the gun, it's Allen. Chased out to his right. And Allen slides to a stop there with enough for the first.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. First and 10. Running this with James. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Finds his man, it's Keon Coleman. And he stopped cold at the spot. We'll keep paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
That's another Bills. First down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Only 1 quarter left before we send one of these teams to the AFC title game. It's the Bills with the ball, trying to keep their postseason run going. All set to go now from the 35. Allen now on first down. On the move, headed right. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
As much as you like to find a completion and get the ball out of your hands, when a play breaks down, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on his ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that.
Middle.
First down throw for Allen. And this is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills continue piling it on here in the 4th. Keon Coleman, the touchdown. Pressure gets there, right side. It's blocked.
You know, it really does, Kate. When you see that point blocked, it just deflates. You feel like the whole sideline gets deflated, but I'll tell you what else it does. It puts a little seed of doubt and thought into your kicker and your special teams, and you hate that. You really do. You want those guys playing with as much confidence as your offense and defense is, so making sure you get your kicker right and that special teams unit right, that's going to be hugely important here down the road.
Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens headed up first and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. And the Bills get to him. Down he goes. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for second down.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. The problem? Defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers. And they got one right there with that sack. Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Bills opting for dime coverage for this third down. Here he goes, third and long. Trying to set up that screen, but it falls incomplete, and now they're facing fourth down.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that fourth down, get to down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
Desperation time here on fourth. Buys time, rolling right. He's got it to his running back. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. One of their biggest plays of the game so far, and it comes on a fourth down gamble. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30.
180. Go.
Again, it's Jackson to the air. It's on the turf, the ball's out, he lost it. And it looked like a Bill got it. And that right there is going to be the spot they take over as they pick up a couple extra yards on the fumble return.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security's at a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
Finds him on the crossing route. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
These QBs make it look easy, but that requires such a large amount of body control when you throw it on the move. You got to be able to get the same accuracy you would if your feet are set. Sure takes a lot of repetition to make it look easy.
On first down, Allen. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack quickly changes the tone of this series, Brock. It's second down.
Kate, I can speak from personal experience on this one. That is the absolute worst nightmare as a quarterback. When you call that bootleg and you turn around and all you see is nothing but a big old defensive end, yeah, your interest switch from getting rid of the ball to a little self-preservation. Good job just simply hanging onto the football.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down. Third and long for him here. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up. The Bills with a punt team out there. And thankfully, he hasn't been needed until the final quarter. Am I seeing this correctly? This punt is being returned from inside his own end zone. And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down.
12-yard line.
Ravens to the line now. First and 10. They go play fake with Jackson. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
This gets them well away from danger as he is up past their 20. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Absolutely fires this one right side. They connect on the deep shot. And he will get this inside the 30.
On the play. That's another Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10.
13. T, ready? Let's go, let's go. Ready, shot. Ready, shot. Report. Ready.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. His running back hauls it in deep right. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but I think somebody's auditioning for some extra work as a receiver. If he could do that coming out of the backfield, imagine the damage he could do if they sent him out into one of those spots out wide.
That one's incomplete in the end zone. Thought he had a touchdown there. So now it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
You. 180. Sit up.
Jackson's going to throw again. And he's got it, so they'll pull a little ways back with the touchdown. The Ravens making the scoreboard look a touch better. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
And again, it's Jackson. And it's hauled in inside the end zone for 2. That trims the lead just a little bit. Oh, it's a favorite of NFL teams and armchair quarterbacks alike, partner. The quick slant. It is so tough to defend that close to the goal line, and this time it works for 2.
It sure is. It's one of those plays that I think Bart Starr was running in the 60s, that slant route.
Whoa.
When you incorporate it with the threat of a fade as well, that's when it becomes so effective. But you get inside that DB, you show the quarterback your numbers, and it's almost automatic for a 2-point conversion.
All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. They're going to pass it here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
You know, when we watch the Combine each and every single year, I hope you get good enough to understand as a football fan, watch the big guys' first 10 yards. Don't watch the ends and the linemen run 40. Watch their first 10 because that's the most critical. And that defensive end showed you right there the kind of explosive burst in the first few yards to get home for the big sack.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Quick rally to the catch by the defense, stopping the gain at the 33. They strike for 23 yards. And that's good for a Buffalo first. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. A lot of work to do as that sack makes this a tough 2nd and 17. Allen to throw. Oh, he lost the football. But it looked like a member of the Bills was able to get to that one, so possession remains with them. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
Working inside the red zone. And he can't hang on. Touchdown in his arms. It slips through. 2nd down coming up.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Second down. Allen throwing again. Connects on the crosser. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still 3rd down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And this drive is going to continue. He's taken down at the 2 on 3rd down. And they've got themselves a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 2.
Now Allen. And they strike for a touchdown on the final play of the game. They didn't need it, but they will take it anyway. put up even more points in a win. Keon Coleman, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. So the Bills fight their way to a win on the road. And they pulled off the rare and elusive road win in the postseason, which means their journey stays alive another week as they head to the conference championship, where they're going to get a shot to punch their ticket to the Super Bowl. With Brock Huard and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Bills as we say so long from Baltimore.